Welcome Pisces to your December 2019 reading. And guys, I am so sorry you had to wait so long for this. I got very involved in doing the big 2020 readings, and you know, they're big readings. Understandably, it's a very powerful year next year astrologically, and I think there's just so much going on in the world, and therefore for all of us in our own individual ways. So guys, if you haven't already checked out those readings, they are in a playlist, so they're easy to find. You should be able to find them if you go to the channel sort of homepage. And yeah, welcome back really to anyone who is already following my readings. Guys, you utterly blow me away. You are awesome, you're inspirational, your shares, your likes, above and beyond anything in the comments that you, I guess, support me with. I mean, really thank you. And also the way you support one another and the way that you share aspects of your own journeys. Guys, you are amazing. It really does feel as though we are developing and growing into an extraordinary community. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Anyone new to our community, welcome. I'm Jenny Florence. Guys, I put a lot of free stuff into the world, so it's kind of listed in the information box below, so do check that out. I give away a free private reading every month to one of my subscribers. Again, check that out in the box below. And as we are moving to Christmas this year, a time of giving, and as a thank you to all of you guys, I'm giving away various things every week in the build up to Christmas, including some extra free private readings. In the first week of December, which is where we are now, I'm going to be giving away 10 copies of the Art of Manifestation Astro-Moon Diary 2020. This is my new diary. I'm not going to say too much about it now. I don't want to take up our reading time, but I'll tack a video on at the end of the reading for anyone interested, if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about that. And yeah, guys, each week I'm going to be giving away various things, as well as a couple of extra private readings. So do watch out for the announcements. So today I was drawn for your reading to a little labradorite angel. Really gorgeous, rich energy. Now this is a stone, labradorite is a stone of transformation, of perseverance, strengthens intuition, and the energy of it grounds spiritual energy and helps to balance and protect our aura. So that's the energy of this little angel, the labradorite angel. I was also drawn to this beautiful little turquoise howlite heart. Turquoise howlite reduces anxiety, reduces tension, reduces stress, tends to calm the energy down not only within us but also around us, so it kind of emanates calm. And it's also associated with the throat chakra and our ability to speak. So if you're needing to have a voice, connecting to some aspect of communication, really good energy, and it keeps your communication fluent and calm. So it also can help calm what I would say if you've got an overactive mind, you know, when stuff is happening and the world is really busy, sometimes our mind can race, or indeed if we're anxious about stuff or we're going through transition. Turquoise howlite, very good for calming down, you know, the mind that kind of races and runs into all kinds of different, what I would call what if patterns, and gosh, what if this happens, what if that happens. So very powerful energy here in terms of perseverance, transformation, and keeping everything calm as we travel through some kind of process of transformation. Keeps things balanced, so very powerful. I want to say there is a calmness, actually. As I've been doing these December readings, I've been drawn to particular crystals and stones for every one. And it's really been noticeable for me, I'm very sensitive to energy, really been noticeable for me how the energy of those has really come through in the cards and in the runes, and also how I've really experienced that energy as I've sat in the presence of those doing the reading. It's quite interesting. I'm noticing even in myself, it's like my voice is calming. I can feel something, it's like I'm settling. Feels really good, actually. Let's draw runes. We have the rune of breakthrough. That literally shot out, no hesitation there. The rune of breakthrough means that, or the message it brings, is of, again, of transformation. So tuning into the labradorite energy. But it means we either are going to potentially course correct, or we're in the process of some kind of an adjustment. Sometimes the breakthrough can create a massive change in direction. It can speak of literally a 180-degree turn. So literally, rather than just a course correct, it can mean a process of transformation into some aspect or some new direction that is really quite radically different for us. And we have the rune of initiation. This rune speaks of, I want to say, the kind of transformation that is, I want to say hidden and secret. I don't mean in a negative hidden, like something that's being hidden from you because someone doesn't want you to know about it. It's not that kind of stuff. It's more to do with, I would say, spiritual awakening. If we experience or we undergo some kind of move into a space of greater consciousness within ourselves, I don't think that process is easily shared. Not everybody will get it. And because it's so unique and personal to us, it means that it's kind of almost like it's something that is private to us. That's a better word, rather than hidden and secret. Whatever your transformation, there is an energy of privacy around it. That's what I'm going to say. Let's draw more runes. I'm curious to see what cards show up around the energy of this transformation. We have the rune of fertility. The rune of fertility has been showing up a lot in the December readings. It's possibly, I think, understandable because we're coming to the end of a cycle, the end of a year, in the way that we as human beings mark time. And the rune of fertility, it speaks of the completion of beginnings. We need to draw something to a conclusion in order to make space to move on to a new phase. So we're working at kind of wrapping up loose ends, tying things up, working out where we are. For some signs it's been a process of reflection. For others they're already in that process of transformation, which I think you guys are. I think you're in this movement already. But this does require completion of beginnings. I think you guys have started something. It may be a state of mind, it may be an idea, whatever aspect of your world you have initiated the potential for change within. I'm going to go back to the labradorite, perseverance, stone of intuition, balances, protects, strengthens your intuition. I'm going to say whatever this process, I feel as though you guys have initiated something. I don't know what that will be for each of you. And it may be within the process of breakthrough and transformation. It may be that some of you are having a wobble. Hence, again, the energy of turquoise howlite, reducing anxiety, reducing tension, reducing stress, calming the energy down. Associated, again, as I said, with calming an active mind. When we worry, we often, as I said, our mind can run wild, or mine can anyway. So, I think anyone with any degree of sensitivity will experience that. But there's a completion of beginnings. There's a something that needs to be persevered or attended to, or even just grounded, so that the transformation can evolve. That's what's really coming through. We have the rune of breakthrough, I'm being called for more. This is the path you must follow. I think there's going to be a very clear indication of where you're meant to go, or what you're meant to do, or some kind of an action that you're going to need to take. We have the rune of joy, carried across the gap by the will of heaven, or the wings of heaven. It's basically, it's lovely. This is a great outcome. It suggests that whatever the wobble is that you guys might be experiencing, that's what I'm hearing for some of you. It's like you've initiated something. You are being called to persevere in some way. I'm not sure how that perseverance, the energy of perseverance, will affect you, guys. It's in different ways. But you are needing to, I want to say, fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. Actually, what I am hearing very clearly is you need to look after yourselves it's a nurturing way. You do need to calm the mind. That's really a powerful message, and my apologies if that doesn't resonate with all of you. I mean, no message. Ooh, runes are speaking here. The messages that come through in a big reading like this, they will resonate more with some of you than others, because the energy is around in different ways for us all. But I am hearing there's something about your mind racing. And it was curious. I picked up on that energy quite strongly before I even started this reading. But there is a pathway that you need to follow. And I think you know it already. It's just that it means disruption of some sort, or change. But it is, I think your higher self is guiding you. Your higher self knows the direction you need to go in. And it is about moving from darkness to light. It's like moving into a space of new clarity, new opportunity, definitely new clarity. And hence this energy of calmness. It's like slow yourself down, nurture yourself during this phase of what feels like quite a profound evolution in some way. Now I'm going to draw another rune. The runes have become increasingly, during these December readings, increasingly sort of wanting to be heard. This is really interesting. That's the rune of growth. It's new beginnings, and it's the emergence of a new phase of life. The energy of growth is symbolised by the birch tree. It is the birch tree after a forest fire. We might think an entire forest has been decimated, but it's extraordinary how nature comes back. And it's the birch tree that will push through the very first seedlings. And those seedlings are the beginning of an entire new forest. There are new beginnings around you. Now, I think it's understandable that as we come to the end of a year, that we often naturally review, but I feel as though there's something that's already in progress for you guys. An idea has already been initiated. There's already been some breakthrough moments, I think, of insight and illumination, and they are causing you to need to align yourself. When I say the path you must follow, I think you're understanding that life needs to resonate with you. You need to be this rune of wholeness. It's the flow of beings into their wholeness. It's the flow of beings it's the flow of us as human beings into an integrated, more whole kind of version of ourselves. Sometimes we do have to let go of things, but this is the energy here is lovely. It's rich. It's steady. Again, it's not suggesting radical overnight progress, like the emergence of something that goes da-da. It's like, I think the ideas are already sort of like knocking on your door, and it feels as though there's this process of initiation. What I'm hearing is to practice the art of allowing. Allow things to emerge. Allow things to evolve. This is the secret hidden aspect of this rune. Just allow the universe to work alongside you, to work with you. Allow it to emerge. Fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. Nurture yourselves. This is a pathway of wholeness. This is the path you must follow. And we have this wonderful joy. You know, this is a rune, I want to call them cards, this is a rune of promise. And this is a new beginning in some way. This is initiating. Whatever ideas you've initiated, I want to say persevere. I'm going to draw from one of my oldest tarot packs now. And anyone new to the channel who won't be aware of this yet, I have a web page now with every single pack of cards I ever use is sort of there with photographs. So if any of the cards are really calling to you, or oops, leaping onto the floor as we speak, but if any of the cards are really reaching out to you, you should be able to find them there really, really easily. And of course the link is in the information box. Let me just pick up these cards. Guys, I think too many have come out here for us to really connect in with. But do you know what? No, I'm going to go with it. I'm actually going to go with it. All of them have a strength around them. All of them have a strength. So this is our starting point. I'm just trusting. We're being called to listen to these, the exact number. We have the card of the moon and the card of the world. The world is completion. Again, completion of beginnings. A phase is coming to an end and a new phase is coming into being. And the moon, restlessness, yearning, wanting something more. You've been already, that's just what I was speaking about a moment ago. Like you've been hearing this calling. You've been hearing things either aren't right, or you want more, or you desire change, or there's something, whatever that is for you each. Completion of beginnings. I think completion of beginnings in this instance is also making a commitment. That's what I'm really hearing. And it's not a commitment to a fixed pathway. It's a commitment to trust and listen to your intuition, and to trust and listen to your inner voice. This is the wholeness coming through. Yeah, the star. Big cards, guys. I mean, these are like major cards. The world, the moon, the star, major arcana cards. The star. This is refinding hope. But, you know, sometimes in refinding hope, we kind of open Pandora's box. We have to look at how things are, the reality of how something is, in order to acknowledge what we wish to change. 7 of Wands. This is a card of, I want to say it's a card of conflict. And we have the Death card, change. But curiously enough, I mean, sometimes this card connects to the element of envy. Somebody is envious of you if you are, if you're doing well. You know, people's envy can be a little bit poisonous, you know, rather than seeing someone, I mean, you know, guys, I don't know whether this is you or this is someone around you. I feel as though it's more someone around you, because the energy here is centered in on the star, I think is your energy. I feel that. It's like this refinding hope. This is you. But there is some kind of conflict that you're needing to come through. Now, it may be that there is a conflict around you in some way, and that's actually causing what I would call the light bulb moment, the breakthrough. You know, you kind of think, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. Or there may be some conflict within you where some attitude within you is holding you back, or some perspective. And again, it's kind of like, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. It may be somebody stepping up and causing something. There may be conflict with another person. But the role that they are serving for you is to highlight something that needs to change. And change is coming. We have this is akin to the new beginnings. You know, the rune of growth, symbolized by the birch tree. It's new beginnings, death. It's the ending of a phase and the beginning of the new. Excuse me. Now, let's lay all our cards out because we have a lot here. 2 of Pentacles, new beginnings. 7 of Pentacles, reaching out. 5 of Swords, you come through something. You come through something and you come out of it to the other side. 7 of Cups, you make choices, you make decisions, but you make them with awareness. And then we have the King of Wands. Wonderful energy for new beginnings, creative energy. So guys, I'm having quite a powerful kind of message coming through in terms of, like, let's say the flavour of December. I feel as though, back to this rune of initiation, I feel as though there are sparks of desire, of wanting something different, or wanting something more, or something new, and I think that's already been initiated. But the flavour of the month is connected to kind of keeping your energy calm and allowing the transformation to emerge or to evolve. It's almost as though it's like allow the universe to maneuver and orchestrate around you. Listen to your desires. Listen to your, if you've got itchy feet, listen to the itchy feet. Don't see it as a problem. See it as an invitation for curiosity. Yeah, rather than worry about what the future might hold. You know, worry is a biggie, really, because I think that's why we got this collaboration here, the turquoise howlet, reducing anxiety, reducing tension, stress, calming the energy down, the energy down. Because it's almost as though there's an invitation here to, it's like listening to your intuition. Listening is the key word. Listening to what's going on around you. Listen to how you feel inside of you. If there is frustration, irritation, it's telling you something. If you're yearning for something, if you feel there's something missing, listen to that. If there is any kind of conflict or challenge around you, listen to that. Consider viewing it as a sign. And just going back to worry. Intention, when we set intentions, an intention is a focused thought. When we pray, a prayer is a focused thought. But actually, when we worry, that too is a focused thought. And the amount of time that we spend holding focused intentions and the amount of time we spend holding focused prayer for the things that we desire and wish for is often minuscule in comparison to the amount of time we spend worrying, which means we're kind of like giving a message to the universe that kind of contradicts what we really desire and want for ourselves. So, try and shift your perspective. Again, connecting in with the free resources that I do. If you connect in with the library, my free library, the link is below. There are, various videos to do with overcoming problems. If we view problems as an opportunity, the moment we identify a problem, the fact that we've identified it means that it's no longer like the elephant in the living room. The fact that we identified it means we can think about what we might choose to do. We can take steps to initiate potential change. We don't have to worry. There's no hurry here. That's what I'm seeing. 2 of Pentacles, new opportunities, new beginnings. It suggests that something needs to be worked at, whether that's connecting in with relationships or situations, any situation in your world. Something is needing a bit more work, whatever your breakthrough is. I think it's like it's bubbling away quite nicely, but it isn't cooked yet. 7 of Pentacles, reach out and ask for what you need. If anybody I knew was looking to, apply for a promotion or go for a different job, the energy of 7 of Pentacles is very favourable for reaching out and receiving. You also, I would have to add, need to allow yourselves to receive. The 5 of Swords sitting under the star. I think you start to gain clarity. Whatever situation has been simmering, I feel like it moves to the bubbling point, not in a negative boiling over, to the point where it's bubbling away nicely. Not yet cooked, but it's bubbling away and you start to see clarity. Seven of Cups is about making decisions and making them clearly. It does also say that you sometimes have so many options that you're not sure which one to choose, but that's fine. Take your time. The King of Wands is an interesting energy because this may be someone coming into your world that helps you to make those decisions. You know, maybe a fire sign of some sort, somebody who's able to support you in finding your direction, or kind of helps to kind of light your passions again in some way. I feel quite strongly this is the energy of someone coming in, actually, somebody around you, maybe somebody, again, it could be, you know, anyone, it could be a chance meeting even, but one way or the other, the energy around you, there's energy coming in to help you to refine your direction, as it were, or to course correct, or whatever it is that the breakthrough is calling for. Whatever your itchy feet, your restlessness, whatever has been simmering, it's going to move to bubbling point and really just steadily cook. But there is no hurry to this. I'm really wanting to introduce this feeling of calm. So guys, I'm going to draw from an astrology pack next. Trust your intuition, guys. We have Cancer, I feel. Literally slid out of the pack as I picked them up. Listen to your intuition. It's a guidance system. And then we have, this is lovely, part of fortune, increase. I might need to just move that over a little bit. There we go. This would suggest that, yeah, whatever's simmering, I'm quite liking that language because it feels like that's what it needs to do. It doesn't feel like this pot wants to boil over. I think the danger is we can boil our own pot over if our mind starts racing. You know, going back to the difference between worrying and holding our vision, and, you know, the way that we can kind of sometimes almost hinder our own progress just energetically. But yeah, part of fortune, increase. I feel, yeah, it's almost as though this reading is saying, you know, this is an invitation to keep your mind calm and allow this pot, don't turn the volume up, as in the heat up, so that it sort of steps it up to boiling point. I almost feel as though you have some aspect of choice, maybe more choice than you realise in how you're managing something. That's what I'm hearing. You can turn the volume up or the volume down, back to anxiety. In fact, going back to you know, the free library and some of the books that I have, Mindfulness Meets Emotional Awareness. I'll be giving some away free, some copies of that book away free in the second week of December. But guys, I've taken all our most challenging emotions and talked about how we can, you know, how they can support us. You know, challenging emotions are not always enemies. They are very often our allies. We just need to understand how to navigate that energy so that we're in charge of it. You know, that book will help. Keeping things calm. Keep yourselves on an even keel in whatever way you need to as well. I'm going to say really nurture yourselves with balance, with harmony, with steadiness. Look after yourselves holistically in every possible way. So I'm now going to draw from one of the tarot packs that connects into the dynamics of the kind of people energy. It's a very dynamic pack of cards, I have to say, very powerful imagery. This is interesting. We have the card of the Child. And we have the 9 of fire. Okay. Let me just put these down. Very interesting energy here, because the child is the equivalent of the fool in many of the packs. It's new beginnings, it's refinding. I said curiosity, that was the word I used earlier, and that's what I'm really wanting to invite in you. Rather than a space of worry, a space of curiosity, a space of wanting to reach out and discover how something might be, but without any expectations. The 9 of fire, very interesting energy. It asks us to move through life with confidence. It says knowledge and experience bring ease. It's a lovely, it's almost like it's like fire energy that's grounded. It asks us to immerse ourselves in the evolution of life, to allow things to evolve, to be simple and to be detached from outcomes, to, it speaks of fruition and of inspiration, and it's a very creative energy. So to my mind, there's an opportunity here. If you can bypass any kind of worry that comes, it always does come, it's such a human thing, isn't it? When we are in transition, we worry a lot. But actually, if you can bypass the worry and engage with curiosity, listen to your desires, I feel as though there's this sort of process of evolution that is heading for something very new. Again, part of fortune, increase, carried across the gap by the will of heaven. The energy of growth. Very profound, but it seems to me as if, in fact, the analogy, that the picture that I'm kind of almost seeing, it's like if you're on a boat and you're travelling from one shore to another, whatever that transition is for you guys, and the waters can get a bit choppy. Now, we can worry about that, or we can just hold the course firm and steady. We can keep a steady state of mind, knowing that, actually in that in-betweeny space, we are going to get to another destination, and we don't really have to know exactly how it's going to be, because we'll discover it. It's like a voyage of discovery. There's a lot of promise here, though, in terms of new growth and opportunity. So there's quite a lot of, for me, this is like a reading of affirmation. I'm going to draw from the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards now. A few people have been asking about these cards. They're actually the only pack in existence at the moment, but they should be available come sort of, mid to late January. We have a card, Believe in Yourself. You are important, you are lovable, you are special, you are a unique and extraordinary person. Wherever you've come from, whatever has happened to you in the past, it is time to let go of any negative perceptions that you may carry about yourself. This is really asking you to move forwards with confidence. Trust, believe in yourself, trust in your ability to navigate, knowing that whatever needs to evolve is going to. Very powerful cards, actually, today. Very powerful time of transition and evolution, I guess, as we come to the end of one sort of cycle of time and move into the next. I'm moving the cards around because I'm hearing we're going to be drawing more than just a couple. There's a card of compromise. Now this is interesting, sitting in this lineup, refinding hope, having to open Pandora's box. 5 of Swords, you do gain clarity. You come through a conflict or a challenge, you come out the other side with clarity. Compromise. Are you in a situation where you need to make a compromise? Or are you compromising too much? This card asks you to review your position, and to be sure to find a solution that takes the needs of all parties into account, including yourself. So again, this is not a card that says back down, but it is a card that also says there's a need to negotiate. So if for some of you there is a conflict around you in relation to someone, or there is a situation around you with people that is causing you to have an inner conflict, I'm hearing that more. Actually, rather than somebody directly being confrontational, I feel as though there is either a situation or a somebody around you that is causing you to feel conflicted inside of yourself. Again, calm. There compromises can be made, adjustments can be made. That's what I'm hearing. Take yourself into account. Make sure your views are understood, but you also understand the views of other people or whatever the situation is around you as well. Confidence. Confidence is key to your success, I want to say. Trust. Above all, trust in yourself. This is interesting. We have a card of yes. It's sitting here under the card of decision making. You may have a lot of choices open to you. There may be more than one avenue, but we have this card of say yes. What are you waiting for? The answer to your question is yes. If you are having a wobble about making a decision, I would heed you to listen to your intuition. I'm not here to direct you. The readings are very much an invitation. We all have the entitlement and right to conscious free will and choice, of course. But yeah, the answer to your question is yes. If you are having a wobble, again, calm your mind. For those of you that are interested in carrying crystals, I'd be working with these guys, the labradorite and the turquoise howlite. The howlite as well, I should just say, it comes in different, if it comes in a colour, it's because it's been dyed. Howlite is actually a white energy. If it's coloured, it's because it's bringing a slightly different energetic flavour to it. But this one, as I said, is turquoise howlite. Yeah, keeping calm, allowing yourself to gain the insight. Listen carefully to what's going on around you. Sometimes we can be reactive, and actually what's going on around is giving us really, really good information. And if we stop and listen to it, the answers become clear. Please don't overcompromise yourself, but be aware of the needs of others. And I think the answer is yes. Part of fortune, increase. Things are going to be steadily moving. I think you have a choice as to whether you kind of turn the flame up under the pot and it boils excessively, or you turn it down. Really engage in holistic ways of managing your own energy. That's a really clear message here. So guys, I'm wrapping this up, I think, from here on. So much love to you. Have an amazing month. Be mindful of the astrological sort of stuff that's going on. We have a new moon eclipse in Capricorn on the 26th, and that follows the solstice. The solstice energy is always an opportunity to receive massive downloads of insight and inspiration if you meditate around that time. But guys, just so much love to you. I look forward to seeing you again soon, and watch out for the additional extra announcements as I journey through just the run up to Christmas, when I'll be making extra announcements regarding the winners of various things I'm giving away, along with a couple of extra free private readings. So much love to you guys. The Art of Manifestation Astro-Moon Diary 2020. Welcome, guys. So what is this diary about? Basically, I put it together because I couldn't find what I was looking for out there in the world. I could find various other diaries, but nothing gave me all of the components that I actually wanted to literally be carrying around with me. For a long time, I have been fascinated by the way that the incoming energy and planetary influences affects us each individually, particularly in relationship to our ability to be consciously manifesting the things that we desire in the world. Now, anyone that knows me very well will know that not so long ago, my world was not particularly in a great place. I faced some huge challenges, and I really worked very hard at understanding how I could turn things around from the inside out. And in many ways, this diary contains a lot of the information that I had to go and search for, sort of collated in a format that I think makes it very accessible and easy to relate to and engage with in terms of your own personal journey. You will find in the diary a breakdown of the steps of manifestation as I have come to understand them and use them in my own life. You will also find information about the different phases of the moon and how to use that energy in terms of your own process of manifestation. You'll find information about the energy of the moon as she travels through the zodiac signs, and also what happens when she's in between signs and her energy isn't being channeled in any particular direction. You'll find information not just about Mercury in retrograde and how that energy affects us, but also Mars and Venus, the warrior planets, in retrograde. In the diary pages, you will find a week to view page with positions of the moon every single day. And of course, also most importantly for me, as this is something I have been really looking for, next to the week to view, there is a page where you can actually journal and make your own personal notes and reflections. It means that this diary can become a personal record for you in your own growing ability to understand the incoming energy and use it to its absolute fullest. So guys, I am going to be giving away 10 copies of this diary in the first week of December, so please watch this space. That will, obviously it's a subscriber offer. But guys, thank you so much for being a part of this amazing community. And do look out for the announcement of that, and also look out for the announcements the following week, because I will also be giving away further copies. There is a proper journal that goes with the diary as well, and I'll be giving away copies of those in the second week of December. So much love to you guys, so much love.